everybody, it is time for close. So open those curtains, let some light in, also let some fresh air in, and clear that bed, because you are going to be bringing everything from all your cupboards, all the drawers. Perhaps there are things that are in extra storage in other rooms. No matter which season, winter clothes, summer clothes, everything goes on top of that bed. And remember, there's things usually in the washing basket as well. Okay, so we are building our mountains, and it's about taking account of everything. Okay, so sometimes those are really those whoa moments when you see that mountain in front of you. And then what you can do is then take a photo of it, because that's just for our kind of dramatic effects for our before and after photos that we can share with each other later this week. Okay, and then you're ready to start your process, and that is then taking each item and passing it through your hands, okay, and asking that question, does it spark joy? So you literally pick up the item and you ask yourself that and kind of see, how does your body respond? Is it a quality item? You know, sometimes items you might not have a feeling attached to it, you just think it's an item that has a function, but it needs to have that response in your body that you want to see it with you, in taking it with you into the future. Okay, so it still has a purpose to fulfill. There's no better word to say, it brings you joy. Okay, so remember that magic moment, and if it has that, and you know, you kind of have those feelings, then put it aside. So we're not folding at this stage yet. We'll talk about that later. And then if it doesn't, if it's a feeling that weighs you down, you know, many times people say, yo, but I just bought this, and or I spent so much money on this, or it was a gift, whatever the case, you have those guilt feelings. Perhaps that clothing item, you know, already served its purpose. It gave you joy. The biggest joy was that moment in the shopping store in Woolies or wherever it was. That was your joy moment. So it already actually served that purpose. And now it's just bringing guilty feelings. You passing by it, and it kind of is just sitting there. So, you know, instead of it taking up the space, you know, letting it burden you, let go. You know, and perhaps it can serve a purpose to someone else, you know. So remember those three kind of places that you can take the clothes to move it along out of the cupboards, is either to sell it or donate it. If it's really in tatters, perhaps it goes into the trash, or perhaps you can recycle it. Okay, so remember that, you know, others can also perhaps use it more and maximize it better than you can. So and really see, if you have so much items, can you really appreciate each one? Okay, so it's not about making you feel guilty. Remember, it's not about having fewer things. It's really about only having things that spark joy. Okay, so if you're going to be discarding an item, we also recommend, or you know, the KonMari method recommends that you thank it. So you thank it before you put it in one of those boxes and in one of those places to send it forth. And that is, it's just to help with the letting go process. So I can say it has helped me. It instills that gratitude, but it really helps with those feelings of guilt and kind of holding on. It helps with that letting go moment. Okay, so remember to thank it and not fling it around, to really take account of it. And just a story I wanted to say, that what it reminds me of is, you know, when we pass these items through our hands, it actually reminds me of Psalm 23 verse 4. You know, Psalm 23 was my grand's favorite chapter, and well, one of hers, and it's definitely one of mine as well. And it says, you know, the Lord is with you, or the Lord is with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me and they guide me. So and when earlier I learned the context of that scripture, and what the rod is also used for is that when the sheep come back from the field and they go home, the shepherd actually uses it to count the sheep. And also the sheep pass under the rod, so they kind of pass under the scrutiny of this rod, and he used it to kind of go up and down the wool to see see the skin of the sheep, like is there any thorns that the sheep picked up when they were away in the field. So that's kind of how I feel. It's kind of this gentle moment, this moment of care that you also take when each item passes through your hand. Okay, so I am so glad that you guys are here with me. I wish you all the best, and enjoy it. And chat again later about how we're going to fold our clothes if you'd like. There are some interesting videos and new folding techniques so that we can see the clothes better. Okay, but don't worry about that yet. It's first about asking what brings you joy. Bye bye.